Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. It has been a Dior beauty summer with so many new launches I can barely keep up with everything. So today we are doing a full face of new Dior products and I'm going to show you a couple tweaks that I've made to my everyday makeup routine, specifically blush. And I think it makes all of the difference. It really helps to create the ultimate sun-kissed makeup look. And of course, all of the products we're going to talk about today will be linked down below in the description box to Dior.com. That way when you shop, you earn your loyalty points, your samples, gifts with purchase. I do still have an active promo code with Dior, so all of that information will be down below. I'm starting with eyes today, so while I work on my eyeshadow, I'm gonna go ahead and apply these brand new eye patches from Dior Beauty. Have you seen these yet? They are so cute. When I spotted them online, I had to try them out. I didn't show you these during my last Dior Beauty haul. This is more of a special occasion prep step. If you have a birthday, photos, big event, big dinner, big date night, something really special going on and you want your makeup to look flawless, that's when I would go in with these eye patches. They're infused with niacinamide, pure caffeine, and a duo of hyaluronic acids to help plump the skin. If you want to make sure your under eye bags are designer, they have the Dior oblique pattern, which is really cute. I know it's a bit controversial which way to apply the eye patches. I like to do the larger side over here on the outer corner of the eye because this is the crow's feet area. This is where I tend to get a lot of creasing and crepiness. The small tapered side goes on the inner corner of the eye. There really is no right or wrong way to apply them. Whatever works good for you. I bought these to take with me to New York City because I have a trip coming up, but they've come in handy because I did a laser treatment on my skin last week and it's still very delicate. I have a lot of peeling, some redness and irritation. So I need all of the extra nourishing steps I can get, and these eye patches have made a difference. I absolutely love both eyeshadow palettes from the summer collection this year, but today I'm going to use 654 Coral Riviera. It's a beautiful warm color story. I think this is going to go with the cheek really nicely. And these are more of the colors that I have been wearing on a daily basis. So with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to start in this really light tan shade right here in the bottom corner. I'm buffing this all over the crease, concentrating on the outer crease, kind of extending out a little bit. These are such wearable colors, and I wanted to create a look that you would feel comfortable recreating and wearing out on a daily basis. Most of the gold Toile de Jouy overspray is gone from my palette. It was so beautiful when I first took it out of the box, but I still really love all of the ornate details. It didn't completely disappear. I can still see the design pressed into the powder. The tiger is still there. This eyeshadow is the perfect soft peachy seashell. It's a little bit luminous. I don't even think I'm going to pick up a different brush. I'm just going to tap into this deeper brown shade in the opposite bottom corner. This is going in the outer V, outer crease. Just to add a little dimension, I still want to keep this look very simple. One of the great things about our eye patches is that it's going to act as a shadow shield as well. Even though I don't have a ton of fallout, the cheek is going to be perfectly clean whenever we take them off. I'm so excited. One of the stops that I'm planning to make while I'm visiting New York City is the Dior Beauty Boutique in Soho. I didn't even realize they had a beauty boutique or a store dedicated just for beauty and fragrance. One of my girlfriends visited and created a video about it, so I'm definitely going to try to stop in. I remember seeing a sign for Dior Fragrance Boutique in Brickell, but I didn't really know what it was. So hopefully we'll be getting a beauty boutique in Miami. I thought I was done, but I changed my mind. I want to add a little sparkle or a little shimmer to the eyelid, so I pulled out my luminizer. This is the limited edition shade Coral Glow. It is absolutely stunning. I love this compact. This pink Toile de Jouy, still not over it. I'm still obsessed with this entire summer collection. I'm doing my best to make sure I don't get any fingerprints on it, so I keep it in the box just to keep it safe. I'm just going to go in with my finger and tap this right on the lid. The luminizer goes so well with both eyeshadow palettes, the Pink Riviera and the Coral Riviera. I like how it adds a little pop of something, a little color, but it's not really in your face. It's not super orange, super pink. On my skin tone, I prefer this luminizer on the eyes or as a cheek topper, but I really don't like to apply it to the nose, the chin, the forehead, all of the usual places where I typically apply my highlighter because it has a little bit too much color. So on the cheeks and the eyes, this is beautiful. We're now ready to remove our eye patches. It's been probably close to 10 minutes. Ooh, and do you see that glow left underneath? The skin feels so supple and hydrated and plump. I cannot believe how well this works. I actually have little tiny fine lines that I can always see when I'm at rest. Right now they are barely visible. I basically can't see any fine lines underneath my eyes. I'm sure the effect is temporary. It's not a long-lasting effect, but I think it makes a huge difference with concealer. So again, if you have a special event coming up, these would be amazing under the eyes as a prep step. And they did a great job catching all of the eyeshadow, so there's no mess to clean up. Completely smooth skin under the eye. This morning I applied a thick layer of rich moisturizer, a hydrating SPF, and my skin still feels so tight. You know when your skin is so dry it almost burns a little bit, like there's a tingly sensation. I'm afraid if I smile too big, my face is just gonna crack. That's how tight and sensitive my face is feeling at the moment. So I need an extra boost of hydration. I'm gonna go in with the Capture Total Serum, and I'm gonna mix a pump of this with this Forever Glow Star filter. I use shade 3. This has luminosity. It works great as a primer. You can mix it into your foundation. It has a little more coverage than similar products on the market, which I really like because that way you don't have to use as much foundation. I need all of the skincare I can get at the moment. I will say my skin is looking very clear, which is a good thing. I've been vlogging my laser experience over the last few days, so I will be sharing my results soon. Jury is still out on whether or not I would recommend it because right now my skin just feels so dry. If you love luminosity and you like a no makeup look, you could even use this in place of your foundation. I've seen people go in with just a bit of the Star filter, concealer, bronzer, powder, finish the face, and that's it. See, that extra serum really helps because now my skin is feeling a little bit more hydrated, a little more comfortable. My skin is already looking pretty even, so I don't need a ton of foundation, but I'm going in now with the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Foundation, or Face Stick, and I have shade 3N. I think originally I'd purchased 2.5. It was a little bit too light, so I went with shade 3, and this is the perfect shade. Just a little bit. I love a stick foundation, and I think this is my favorite stick foundation, and I've also decided that it's my favorite foundation from Dior. It checks all of the boxes for me. But you know, I am somewhat tempted to try the new, is it Forever Nude foundation? Forever Nude Glow, maybe? I have not tried that one yet. I believe it launched this year. I will most likely wait because I have a lot of tinted moisturizers that I want to go through, but eventually I will give it a try. I'm so happy with this formula. Now that I have the right shade, I feel like this is my new holy grail from Dior. If you would be interested in seeing a foundation series on all of the Dior foundation formulas, let me know. That's something I've been considering working on. I especially love a stick foundation for summer because a lot of times you want something light. You might want to touch up on the go or just throw something in a little poolside bag, beach bag, travel bag if you're doing some vacationing. You might already know, but summer is my favorite season of the year, and we have been so busy getting the house ready for summer. I've been working on all of my backyard projects, gardening, picking up flowers and planting things, having so much fun. It is brutally hot outside, but I love how our backyard is coming together. I'm just about done. I still need some side tables. This is the Dior Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer in shade 1C. I love this concealer. I've been keeping it in the top drawer. And my parents are going to come stay with us for July 4th, so that's really my motivation, is to get the backyard barbecue ready before July 4th. We'll see if I can make it happen. Do you see how smooth and creamy the under eyes are? I cannot get over it. I'm sure it's the concealer, a little bit of the skincare, the foundation, the serum, but I swear those eye patches really work. They're pricey, but a good investment if you have a special occasion. I quickly set my face with powder, and now I'm going to go in with this oversized bronzer. This is the Dior Forever Nude Bronze in shade 20 Medium Matte. This is a really nice formula. I like the shade as well. It's matte, but it's not too matte. And I feel like it does a great job sort of blurring the skin. Kind of blurs pores. For my new everyday blush routine, we want to be really generous with the bronzer. So we're just kind of dusting all over. I have been flying through bronzers this year. I recently finished 3 bronzers and had to throw them in the empties bin. This has become one of my favorite formulas. I would say this is definitely a top 5, maybe a top 3 bronzer. It's so beautiful. Do you see how natural it is? Now this is my new go-to everyday blush technique. It looks so sun-kissed and natural and free and beachy. And if you saw my reel, I called it the coastal cowgirl look because I think every cute blush trend needs a nice name. I switched up the products a little bit today. I was using my Dior Backstage powder blush, which now this is the old formula. They have new packaging, the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow, but now we have these Rosy Glow blush sticks in the same shade 001 Pink, so I'm gonna use this, and I've swapped out my powder tawny blush for this luminizer. This is the Forever Glow Maximizer in shade Copper. This blush technique really comes down to the shades, so it's important that you go in with a lot of bronzer. This is for a bronzed goddess, very sun-kissed look, so that you have a lot of warmth going on already. And then you wanna go in with a warm, bronzy, beigey blush. I'm going in with the Copper Luminizer, and I want to be very, very light-handed, so I'm just picking that up with a brush on the back of my hand. And you're just going to start tapping right on the cheek, all over the cheek. And see, as long as you're light-handed, it's not going to disturb the makeup underneath. But it gives a very beautiful, fresh out of the sun, kind of glowy look to the makeup. Doing a little bit on the forehead as well. A little bit on the nose. It's very fresh-faced, very glowy. And of course, a product like this would be beautiful on the neck, chest, décolleté as well. If you're going out, showing a little skin for the summer, beautiful. But do you see how it's so light and slightly luminous? So it just gives a hint of something to the cheek without adding or piling on a ton of powder products. So it looks very soft and glowy. Now I'm picking up the Rosy Glow stick. I picked up pink and cherry, and I do think for this look, the red would be just as beautiful. I love a red blush for summer. This is probably my favorite shade out of the two. It has a really glowy texture. It's glowy but not luminous. So both the luminizer and the Rosy Glow stick both have glow, but it's a different type of glow. That way you're not layering too many sticky products. You're not layering too many highlighter products. It has great pigment. So I'm going to tap that on the back of my hand just so we don't have too much. The placement of our cool toned pink blush, our pop, is going to be a little bit further in and up. Right in here. You're doing the bronzy tawny blush all over the cheek, a little bit on the forehead, just kind of blending it all over. This is very specific, boom, right in this area. So we're kind of moving it in and up. I think it helps to blend it a little bit more so it keeps it on the natural side. The luminizer, the glow stick, nothing disturbed the foundation. Everything still looks so smooth. Nothing is breaking up. It's kind of magic. The cheeks look plump, hydrated. I definitely don't need any highlighter on top of this. I think it looks very fresh-faced and plump, but we don't want to add any extra shimmer. This is going to give us the perfect amount of glow. I'm just going to press a little powder right here in the nasolabial fold because this area I like to keep matte. The perfect amount of color, the perfect amount of glow. Nothing looks heavy or cakey. Everything looks perfected and hydrated. This is my favorite complexion combination. With a mini fluffy brush, I'm picking up this bronzer and I am going to buff this beneath the lower lash line. Just so we have a little something underneath the eye, but keeping it a little bit lighter. I just took a short break so I could fill in my eyebrows, and then I had to pick up Jazzy from the groomers, which is close by. And as I was walking into the groomers, I received a text message from my Dior Beauty sales associate saying, "Surprise, the Dior Brickell City Center boutique is now open. Come visit." They're doing fragrance engraving, and I think they have champagne and different events for the grand opening. So if you do live in Miami, we have a Dior Beauty boutique now. When I get back from New York City, I will definitely be paying a visit to the new boutique. I love this mascara, by the way. This is the new Dior Show Over Volume. It's very dramatic. It definitely gives you a lot of volume, but I'm still able to separate all of the lashes so it's not clumpy. And it gives a lot of length as well. It's gonna be a busy next few months, even though I'm not planning any more painting projects outside because it's just too hot to be working out there. I have some indoor projects that I would like to finish. Some painting, some organizing. I still need to finish my closet spring cleaning. But then this room is next on the chopping block. I need a full reset. I've been seriously contemplating giving up the beauty room altogether and transforming this room into our guest bedroom since it's a little bit larger, and then turning what is our current guest bedroom into my home office area where I can film. There's so much more space in here. It's much more open and welcoming. It's not as cramped. Even though we don't have a ton of guests, I think it would still be nice to have a pleasant guest bedroom so that we aren't shoving my parents in the closet every time they come to visit. They never complain. They never would. But right now there's a really nice mattress in that room and then a small table. And that's about it. That's about all that fits in there. It's clearly what's meant to be a small child's room. Whereas my current beauty space where I'm filming now is much more spacious. So I think it makes sense to just switcheroo. And finally we have lips. I'm using a new combo today. This is the Rouge Dior Contour in 310 Beige Tulle. And I actually think I might like this nude lip liner a little bit better than my Rose. Now I have 3 nude lip liners, but this one is a little bit more of a true beigey nude, and it's a little bit more neutral to cool. So it does a great job contouring the lip. It's less peachy pink nude and more true nude. And then something I love about these lip liners is that they have a brush on the other side. So you can use this to blend it out. And then you can also use the brush to pick up your lipstick. That way you get a really precise, defined application. I love these Dior Addict lipsticks. I always keep mine in the box because I don't want to get my little fingerprints on it. I don't want it to get dirty. But this is shade Nude Look. Yes, Nude Look. I was just talking about this lipstick with one of my girlfriends. We were at lunch the other week and everybody was pulling out their Dior products. I swear, I should have taken a picture. My friend Joy pulled out her giant bronzer compact. My friend Chen pulled out her lipstick, and we were talking about how she can never find the refill. It's always out of stock, but it's her favorite nude lipstick. Everyone was rocking their Dior products. And it truly is the perfect everyday shade. And it's the perfect match for the Beige Tulle lip liner. As a final step, I'm going to apply some of this shimmering body oil from the Dior Solar collection. I actually did try my new Sunless Tanner last night. I didn't apply it all over the body, and I had gone in with my oil mist Sunless Tanner the day before, but I needed a little bit more color, so I went in with this new Sunless Tanner just on the upper half of my body, my chest, my arms, and when I woke up this morning, I had a nice boost of color. So I will be doing a thorough full review of this, but Smells amazing, and I really like it so far. I love the Sunless Tanner for the face, and I like the fact that it's a clear gel because it's not going to stain your clothes or your sheets. The smell is a little bit like cocoa butter. It smells really delicious. The shimmering body oil smells really good too. This is a summer essential. So hydrating. It's not thick and sticky. It's a really nice, I don't know if you would consider this to be a dry oil, but it definitely feels like it absorbs. I did a little dusting of setting powder, touched up my blush, and this is the final makeup look for the day. I love the way it turned out. It's basically my everyday soft glam makeup look. I love these products so much. So many of my favorite Dior products. I feel bronzed, glowy, ready for a night out, and that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing this tutorial. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, all of the products mentioned will be linked down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.